Good morning from the National Weather Service here in Pocatello. My name is Carter, and this is your Southeast Idaho weather hazard briefing for Sunday, July 27th. Key points we're going to focus on today. We've got daily thunderstorm chances continuing through all of this upcoming week. We'll see those chances peak in coverage each afternoon and evening, with some isolated stronger storms possible. Did see gusts pushing 50 to 60 miles an hour further north and west yesterday, along with pockets of small hail, brief heavy rain, and frequent lightning. Temperatures will remain near normal to above normal as we finish out the month of July and head into August. What that means for us is highs in the 80s and 90s, bit of a warming trend starting tomorrow. Elevated fire weather conditions will persist through the upcoming week due to a combination of thunderstorms, breezy winds, and low relative humidity. Did see several new fire starts out there again yesterday. And taking a quick look at satellite imagery for you this morning. Mostly clear skies out there. A few decaying thunderstorms out into western Idaho, but should be mostly clear out there today. Bit of an afternoon increase in cloud cover associated with shower and thunderstorm development. And to look at the bigger picture for you guys, you can see several series of troughs that are building in from the Northeast Pacific into the Pacific Northwest. That's given us just enough moisture along with some instability to keep those daily shower and thunderstorm chances around. This more organized trough well in the Northeast Pacific, we're keeping a close eye on that for midweek. Looks like that should increase the chances a bit more region-wide as we head towards middle and later parts of the week. But conditions at least best favoring further west and north like we've been seeing the last several days for today. And look at your weather risk outlook for the next 5 days. Isolated to scattered showers and thunderstorms will be the going trend all the way through next weekend. Best chances again further north and west today. Mainly central mountains out into western Idaho, South Hills, Albion Mountain areas today. But turning into Wednesday and Thursday, that aforementioned trough building in should help increase those thunderstorm chances to becoming a bit more region-wide. Still fairly isolated in nature for the most part, but fairly confident there in the scattered coverage for Lemhi County over at least the next 5 days. High temperatures and RH out there for you today. Highs in the 80s and 90s, just about near normal for this time of year. Very dry air mass remaining in place. Overall in the teens and 20s for afternoon relative humidity. And take a quick look here at the thunderstorm outlook for today. Again, favoring best chances further north, as you can see up into Lemhi and northern Custer County, but further west as well, out towards Boise, South Hills, into the Owahis, but very dry conditions continuing further southeast. And from the Storm Prediction Center today, again, favoring those best chances further west. HREF model probability of thunder shows that corridor extending from Northern California up into Montana. As you can see, less than a 10% chance across much of our area today, but as you head further north and west, some decent chances for thunderstorms. And breaking down the timing for you today, activity will begin about 12 to 2 o'clock in similar fashion to previous days. Expecting first development up in the Central Mountains, another round in the Owahis. That'll continue as we head through this evening. Main concerns again centering around gusty outflow winds, small hail, brief heavy rain, but those chances will continue through around sunset before decreasing in coverage. Maybe some isolated activity overnight up in the Central Mountains, but trending very dry heading into Monday morning. And speaking of Monday, temperatures a bit on a warming trend as we start the work week. Overall cool mornings, if you've been enjoying that. We got 30s, 40s, and 50s continuing. Afternoon highs still in the 80s and 90s. Thunderstorm chances for your Monday. You guessed it, another round up there further north and west. Very dry conditions continuing across much of southern areas of Idaho. And for Monday from the Storm Prediction Center, again, favoring those northern and western areas. Sounding like a broken record there, but that's just been the going trend. Active corridor is still focused there into eastern Oregon, northeast into the Central Mountains, and up into western Montana. As you can see, less than a 10% chance for much of our area. And for Tuesday, another cool morning, followed by what's looking like the warmest day of next week. Highs well into those 80s to mid-90s, pushing into the upper 90s as you head further west. And thunderstorm chances on Tuesday, near repeat of what we saw on Monday. A bit more coverage, especially further north and west, but overall still in about that 10 to 30% range, 30 to 50% for some of those more thunderstorm-prone areas further north. And Storm Prediction Center on Tuesday, again, highlighting those best trends, favoring our northern and western mountains. A bit more of an expansion further east into Wyoming during that time frame, where a marginal risk of severe thunderstorms has been introduced on day 3. And for Wednesday, another hot day, highs in those 80s and 90s, but still fairly cool in the morning in most areas in those 30s, 40s, and 50s. As thunderstorm chances do start to see an increase for Wednesday, most notably as you head across the upper Snake Plain and eastern highlands. Again, it's fairly isolated in nature, generally about that 10 to 30% range, but we'll keep around just enough moisture and instability to keep those daily chances going through all of this upcoming week. And for Thursday, as that trough begins to move onshore from the Pacific, a bit more organization and cloud cover helping to knock temperatures down a few degrees for most. Highs still in those 80s and 90s though. And for Thursday, we got those widespread, at least isolated coverage of thunderstorms for your Thursday afternoon, generally in about that 10 to 30% range. And to look at what's to come as that trough swings through our area as we head into the first part of August, temperatures are actually trending a bit more near normal to below normal across the northern Great Basin into southern Idaho. And there's that precipitation signal again highlighting that trend. Our near normal precipitation for this time of year, fairly dry, but we're certainly keeping an eye out there for some daily shower and thunderstorm activity continuing as we finish out the month of July and head into August. No big changes there in the 8 to 14. Still keep it with near normal temperatures. What that means for us is highs in the 80s and 90s. No record heat expected over the next couple of weeks. And with respect to precipitation, looks like high pressure starts to dominate across the southern portions of the area, but further north, still keeping with a semi-active pattern, so that'll keep some shower and thunderstorm chances going through that August 3rd through 9th timeframe. And that's about all I have for you this morning. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, please feel free to send us an email, give us a call, or check out some information on our website. Have an awesome Sunday.